Who has the best 1-2 punch in baseball? Could it be Lindor and Soto? We're going to break it down with the guys at MLB Network next on MetCast. Welcome back to MetCast, friends. As always, I am Ray, and I want to wish you guys all a Merry Christmas. And if you celebrate Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah to you. What a year. Who would have thought this offseason we would have acquired a guy like Juan Soto? The guys at MLB Network are going to talk about the best 1-2 punches in baseball, and I wanted to react live with you guys on the stream. For anybody who checked out Dan and mine, our live stream last night. Thank you so much for coming in. 1100 live. That was incredible. Comments were flowing. We appreciate everybody who came in. And if you guys want to leave us a Christmas present under the tree, all we ask is that you like this video. And if you haven't already, subscribe. But let's get to what you came here for. Let's break down the best 1-2 punch in baseball right now.
Lindor leading off, Soto batting second. Is that the best 1-2 punch in baseball right now? I mean, just think about what Francisco Lindor meant to the Mets. MVP candidate.
Look at, you know what's wild to me? Let's take a real long look at these stats. Between the two of them, you have 74 home runs with a leadoff hitter. I'd hit them 1-2. I want to have the best 1-2 punch in baseball, then Vientos, then Alonso, so on and so forth. If the key to this offense, in my opinion, this offseason is twofold. Can Brandon Nimmo have a bounce back year, which I think he can? I know a lot of people are saying, he didn't have that awful of a year. I would like Brandon Nimmo to hit 270, have a 400, right around 400 on base, maybe a little less than that. I'd rather him hit 18 home runs than hit 25 and hit 230. But him, and if Francisco Alvarez could retreat to what he was as a rookie, I will take him hitting 220 if he's going to hit 25 home runs. That could change this lineup to compete with the absolute elite of the elite. But think about this. Francisco Lindor with 33 homers, that OPS of 844. Look at Juan Soto's OPS, 989. 989 in this day and age, the absolute perfect two-hitter. The guy takes a ton of pitches. We've seen him in the postseason this last year. He could foul off balls with the best of them. He's going to bring that edge, and a guy like Mark Vientos behind him in the 3-hole, who I think can handle that. I don't think there's any doubt. Mark Vientos showed up when he needed to show up. Him and Juan Soto, I believe, had identical OPSs or batting average. They had identical batting averages in the postseason last year. I believe they both hit like 327 or right around there. My 1-2-3 can compete with just about anybody. I understand what the Dodgers have. They might be a class above, but that second class can compete with anybody.
33 homer shortstop, terrific defender, grinding out IBs to get on base in the playoffs. And then Juan Soto hitting, damn, that's pretty good.
I mean, think about this. If Shohei Ohtani didn't exist, Juan Soto would, in my opinion, would have won the NL MVP.
Lindor.
Off to a slow start in the month of April.
These two
guys.
So you mean Francisco Lindor would have won the MVP? Yeah.
He would have won the MVP in the National League.
Let's be honest. There is a complete bias when it comes to the Dodgers. Ohtani could have had an awful first half. They were giving it to him. The media is obsessed with it. It helps sell papers in Japan. I think Ohtani can do no wrong in anybody's eyes. The guy can maybe have 15 starts next year and still be in the running for the Cy Young. For some reason, and maybe that's my bias as being a Met fan, but I feel like this was judged so unevenly. Think about it. Ohtani is a designated hitter. He doesn't hit. He doesn't field. He doesn't have to throw. He doesn't have to do anything in the field. He's allowed to play 50% of the game and still win the MVP. To me, that is utterly ridiculous. Francisco Lindor is one of not only the best hitting shortstops in the game, probably the best. He's also one of the best fielding shortstops in the game. But we're going to throw 50% of the entire game away because Ohtani could just swing a bat. And I understand he had 50 steals. That is awesome. But he still didn't play in 50% of the games. Think about it. Lindor's playing every game. If you're playing in the field, you're risking injury. Ohtani didn't have to risk anything. He went up and swung the bat 4 times a game, and that's it. To me, that's utterly ridiculous. Why even have defense in baseball as a metric if you're not going to count it towards any stats? It's ridiculous. Gold Gloves, we know, are popularity contests. Go look at who won it at shortstop last year in the American League.
These two guys back to back, I mean, that's going to be some middle part of that batting order.
All right, let's explore this. I want to give you a couple 1-2 combos, and we'll just kind of examine each one at the end. We'll decide who's the best. Let's go to Houston. I'm sure we got Nolan Arenado watching because they still have good players. Altuve and Yordan Alvarez, as good as it gets at their positions.
They are. Altuve's.
One thing that really stinks, I thought there was a potential for Houston to sell off. Alvarez would have been the absolute acquisition for the Mets.
Since he came up to the big leagues,
Really
small guy in stature, but man, he swings a big stick. Best bad ball hitter in the game of baseball right now. He's a miniature version of Vlad Guerrero Sr. You've got the big fella, Yordan, in my opinion. I know we talk about Ohtani as being the best hitter, but Greg, there's a short list of guys. If I came out of retirement, I would want no part of that guy right
Yeah,
there.
he's amazing. Oh, the Philadelphia Phillies have a pretty good 1-2 punch. Trey Turner, who I think is going to have an even bigger year than he had last year.
Think about this. Bryce Harper had a pretty damn good year for the Phillies. Juan Soto's OPS was 100 points higher. It's not even close. They're not even in contention over there in Philly.
I think 30-30 is on the horizon for Trey Turner. And of course,
I don't think 30-30 is on the horizon for Trey Turner. What are we talking about? That is just talking up a guy to talk up a guy.
Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper, in my opinion, he's going to reestablish himself as one of the favorites for the NL MVP. The only thing I don't like about Trey Turner, his game, there's a little swing and miss. There's a little bit too much chase for me for him to be a consistent hitter to hit for power, but it's a great duo.
I
At least one agrees with me.
like incentive. If you're looking for a 1-2 punch, it's got a ton of incentive. Bo Bichette and Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
You're kidding me with this MLB Network. Bo Bichette is 598 OPS. What a disgrace to even include this in the conversation.
Don't look at those Bo numbers on the left side of your screen.
Oh, yeah.
They're both in walk years. They're going to be balling out.
Yeah, I know you're not on social media. If you were, though, this would be hashtag danger lurking.
Yes.
If I came on here and said that Bo Bichette and Vlad Guerrero Jr., Vlad Guerrero, who's a great player, we all know. And if the Mets somehow ended up with him, imagine that 1, 2, 3 G's. But Bo Bichette, come on.
This is the sleeping giant duo in baseball right now.
Not.
Bo Bichette is one of the better players in the American League.
Really,
he's going to reestablish himself this year. So
that's what I love. That is what I absolutely love about these guys at MLB Network. It's always about reestablishing. How about the established player? What Lindor did last year, runner-up in MVP, and what Juan Soto did with the Yankees, and now they're together. There is no reestablishing anything. Them with Mark Vientos is a scary, scary 1, 2, 3 point. You want to talk about reestablishing? If Pete Alonso could hit 20 points higher and that power's still there, which we all know is, hopefully now that he's going to get re-signed, and which is not reported, I'm just projecting that. But if he gets re-signed, he doesn't have that contract wing over his head. That could be a complete game changer for the Mets.
Supposedly, Vlad's turned down a big extension with the Blue Jays. He's going to be angry. They're going to be good.
Aaron Judge.
You knew they had to try to throw the Yankees in here. Yeah, Cody Bellinger. Give me a break. That's 751 OPS.
Chance to be angry that Juan Soto left.
At the end of the day, Judge is a one-man show there in the Bronx.
But wait a minute. He's got a new partner in crime. Where do you
think about 989 OPS for Juan Soto, dropping down to a 751? And I know it's always with Brandon Tierney about the plan B. The plan B is no Soto.
Put Judge and Cody Bellinger as a top 1-2
near the top of the list. I'm not going to say they're the best. This guy, to me.
Yeah, you're not going to say they're the best. They're not even in top 5. Not even top 10.
I know we got, hey, who's the
not
best
even
player
top
in baseball?
10.
Give me Aaron Judge till the cows come home. That's how I think he's the face of baseball. Cody Bellinger, he's going to be somewhere between the guy he was in 2023 and last year. Lethal tandem. Bellinger's going to hit a lot of bombs in that ballpark.
Did you forget Shohei Ohtani still plays?
No,
he's the best player in baseball. He's the face of baseball. Shohei Ohtani, he's the man. And
he's the best hitter. Get it right. The best hitter in baseball. The guy's got to prove that he could pitch again. I love how they just want to hand the crown over.
Mookie Betts, that's a pretty good 1-2 punch, Dan. Is it the best?
No, this is the best in the game right now. And it's
agree.
hard to argue what both can do. And the best part about this, I know you're excited to get a chance to see Ohtani on the mound again in 2025. Mookie Betts might be the complete baseball player in the game right now. Hit, run, average, steal bags. One of your big things is, can you get a money back?
And that's where you're at in regard to that. I think right now you could slot Juan Soto and Francisco Lindor right in the number 2 hole. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think they're number 1? I think we have to prove it a little bit, but Ohtani and Betts, hands down the best. Turner, nothing. Turner and Harper. Bichette and Vlad Guerrero, give me a break. The New York Mets, it's crazy to say right now, have the second best 1-2 punch right now in baseball. But again, let me know what you guys think. Merry Christmas to everyone who likes and subscribes to this channel. We'll keep bringing you the Mets content. Until next time, take care.